How you guys doing? It's Truthful Tuesday, and so I thought I would tell you a story, a very truthful story about what it's like to be a woman alone, traveling on the road and having to stay in hotels and motels by herself. Since it's Truthful Tuesday, I thought this would be a little fun moment to get a peek of what it can be like to have to travel alone and be a woman. So on this Truthful Tuesday, I'll tell you about my stay at the Hell Motel. And no, I'm not talking about no movie. I was on my way to a convention in upstate New York. This is going back several years. And I decided to stay at this cute little motel I had seen online called the Pink Fountain. I was like, oh, it's cute and it's inexpensive and it's close to where I need to be for the convention. No problem. So I call up the location and I pretend to be my own agent. I don't know at the time what made me think of it, but it was kind of like its own little safety measure. So I pretended to be my own agent and book the motel room under my own name, but as the agent, and pay for it ahead of time. And it was fine. Didn't think about it. Moved on with my day and, packed my stuff and got ready for the convention. And the way it works is I'm driving by myself, and I get to the convention. I have to check in. I have to set up the table. I'm not getting to my hotel until the convention's over for the day. Like I said, I'm not getting to the hotel to check in until the convention day is over. So that's very late at night. It's usually at least 11 p.m., sometimes even later. So I'm done with the convention for the day. I have my luggage in the trunk. I get in the car and I drive to the Pink Fountain Motel. It's late. I have my convention outfit on. I have my lanyard where it says guest of the convention. I pull up to the motel. It's a little seedy, a little unnerving. I'm a tough chick, so I'm not really concerned. But, you put your little, red flag warning signals on inside yourself as a woman going, all right, I'm going to look around my surveilling, check my surroundings before I get out of my car. I get into the office to check in, and the guy is creepy. He has no teeth. And his gums are bleeding. That's right. No teeth, and his gums are bleeding. And this is the guy that's checking me into the Pink Fountain Motel in upstate New York. And I'm wearing my lanyard, like I said, that says guest to the convention. And he's looking me up and down, and he's being all kind of skeevy. And he immediately says, excuse my appearance. I bashed all my own teeth out today trying to fix my own car. Okay. So as a woman, you're already a little nervous. That's not a normal or professional thing. And you're like, okay. So I try to keep it together. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. And I try to check in. And he already starts hitting on me in an uncomfortable way where he's like, oh, it's just you, huh? I'm like, uh-huh. And I was like, yes, my agent checked me in. He's like, oh, yeah, I talked to her. And he gets the key and he's hitting on me again in a weird way, and he takes the key. Instead of handing it to me, he goes, I'll show you your room. All right. I was like, he walks me across the way to the room, unlocks the door, goes all the way into the room, all the way into the bathroom, and is standing in the bathroom telling me I need to come into the bathroom with him so he could show me what the bathroom looks like. I'm like, nah, dude, I'm all good. Immediately I went from to nah, dude. And he's like, oh, no, I was just trying to show you. I'm like, I don't need you to show me the bathroom. I could look at it myself. I could take the key. It's late. I need to go. I need to be able to get up early tomorrow. And he's like, wait a minute. Is it just you? Because there's 2 beds here. So wait, are you by yourself? And I was like, oh, fuck. And I'm like, yeah, but I just talked to my husband and, I have said goodnight to the kids. I don't have a husband. I don't have kids. I was just trying to protect myself. As a woman, you think of anything to try to, save yourself in any way, right? So he's like, oh, so it's just going to be you tonight? I was like, yeah, except my agent knows that I need to be at the place, and and I'm starting to say a bunch of stuff, and I'm trying to get him out of the room. He goes, oh, wait, let me show you this other room. It's better, and it's got one big bed and even a jacuzzi. Come on, let me show you room 15. And I'm like, no, I don't need another fucking room, dude. Leave me the fuck alone. I need to go to bed. I push him out. I close the door. I go to lock it, and it's a regular old key. It's not one of those electronic things. And I'm like, fuck, okay. Meanwhile, everything in the room is nailed down as well. So there's nothing you lift and can put against the door. I open the curtain and look through, and I see that he's sitting outside one of the rooms. Turns out he lives there. So now I'm living at the same place he's living and has all the keys to. Okay. He now comes back to my door, starts banging on the door, saying management told him he has to show me the other room and move me to the other room. And I'm like, no. And I lose my mind and yell at him a little bit. And I call one of my friends because I'm terrified. And the only reason he left me alone was because I reminded him once again that my agent knows I'm there and that the convention knows I'm staying where I'm staying. And that's where I have to go the next morning. He finally was like, fine. He leaves. I see him outside, and he's still sitting outside his room staring at my room the entire time. And the place is almost empty, right? So the next day, meanwhile, I hardly slept. I was terrified, like honestly terrified. The next day, it's pouring rain. I'm running late. I have to get everything into the car, luggage, everything. And he stops my car in the rain, bangs on the trunk, on the roof, on the hood, like, stop, and forces me to talk to him or run him over, going, I apologize for last night, and I'm like, I gotta go, man. And I drove out of there. Literally nightmare from hell, dude. I still don't understand why his teeth were bleeding. Like, that story didn't make sense. And I still don't understand why he felt the need to show me room 15. Like, it was a definite skeevy, creepy moment. And I'm telling you, truthful Tuesday moment from this woman. I will never stay there again. And Pink Fountain Motel, upstate New York. It was in Buffalo, I think. And just the way he was, the way it was. And most guys don't think about, like, the interactions women have to deal with. And this was one of those really creepy times, to the point when I got back to the convention and I started telling people, like, Jesus, you need to make that into a movie. I'm like, Like, it was real. It was scary. He had the keys. He was living there. He was sitting outside the room staring, like, what was in room 15? Why? And I mean, you could say, yeah, it was normal, but that's not normal. None of it was. And to have him be like, the bosses said I had to show you that, none of it made sense. I think I narrowly escaped dying there, quite frankly. So that's this week's Truthful Tuesday story from a single female traveling alone doing conventions for a living. And that's just one of the nightmare truthful stories I have dealt with in the 8 years that I've been doing this now. And that is just one of the stories about one of the places I stayed at. Oh my God, I have so many, and they're all horrible. Like, people do not understand some of the stuff that is going on and that women have to deal with, and men have to deal with it too in some cases. I'm not saying it's just women, I get it, but dude, Pink Fountain Motel was a nightmare from hell, for sure. The convention was beautiful. Buffalo itself was lovely. But how that dude acted in room 15. Ooh. So, yeah. Thanks for listening to my Truthful Tuesday story. Happy horrors. Stay safe. From me, Loren Molloy.